Good morning, good people. I want to remind you today that life is not promised beyond this moment. You only have 24 hours, just 40 minutes. That's all. You see, yesterday is gone, and tomorrow isn't guaranteed. What you have is this day, this precious, powerful gift we call today. Some people keep waiting for the perfect time. Uh, when I get more money, when I feel better, when they approve of me, when I figure everything out. But friend, the time is not someday. The time is now. You only have 24 hours to be the best version of yourself. 24 hours to forgive someone. Nay, 24 hours to start that dream, lift your spirit, speak life into someone, or take the first step toward your purpose. What will you do with your 24 hours? See, God didn't give us this day to waste it worrying, doubting, or complaining. He gave you this day as a new beginning. You might have made mistakes yesterday, but this morning came with new mercy, fresh grace, and divine opportunities. Some people spend their 24 hours in regret, reliving what went wrong or wonder what didn't happen. But when you carry yesterday into today, you rob yourself of the miracle of now. Let it go. Ooh, forgive yourself. Choose joy. You were made for this moment. And don't think for a second that your 24 hours are too small to make a difference. Moses had a staff, David had a stone, the widow had a jar of oil. It's not what's in your hand, it's how you use it. Use your time wisely. Use your voice boldly. Use your faith fully. Maybe you're thinking, but I'm tired. I failed too much. I don't see a way. That's okay. Just do what you can with what you have. Even a little effort done with great heart can unlock blessings you never imagined. The seed you sow today may produce a harvest tomorrow. So I challenge you, love deeper, dream bolder, forgive quicker, serve greater, and live fuller. Because the truth is, you only have 24 hours. Don't waste them, celebrate, and walk through them knowing that something good is on the way. We often act like time is something we own, like we can spend it however we want and still have plenty left over. But the truth is, time is a gift. Every day you and I receive 24 golden hours, not a second more, not a second less. And once those hours are gone, they're not coming back. You can get more money, you can find new opportunities, but you can't buy back yesterday. That's why every moment matters. Time is the one thing we all get equally. The rich don't get more and the poor don't get less. No matter where you live, what you do, or how old you are when the sun rises, you've been handed a brand new 24-hour window full of possibility. The question isn't how much time you have, it's how well you're using it. Because every hour you waste is an hour you'll never see again. Sometimes we get caught up in the illusion that we'll always have more time. Now I start tomorrow, I'll call them next week, I'll chase that dream later. But none of us are promised another day. The clock is ticking and it's not waiting for anyone. That's not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Because when you realize time is short, you start living like it matters. Think about it. How many times have we wasted an entire day overthinking, overreacting, or worrying about something we couldn't change? How often do we scroll through our phones or sit in silence hoping someone else will make us feel alive? Friend, don't let your hours drift away into nothingness. You were given this day for a purpose. Every breath you take, every beat of your heart is proof that you're still in the game. Use it wisely. The people who make the most impact in life are not the ones who have more time. They're the ones who honor the time they have. They're intentional. They rise with gratitude. They act with clarity. They don't let distractions dominate their day because they understand that time is like a bank account. Every minute is a withdrawal and there's no way to make a deposit. And time, once spent, leaves a legacy. How you use your hours today creates the person you become tomorrow. Whether you use your time to heal, to build, to learn, to grow, it all adds up. Every kind word you speak, every goal you pursue, every moment you refuse to waste, it's forming your future 1 hour at a time. You may not see the full picture yet, but trust me, you're planting seeds every moment you invest in something meaningful. Some people will spend their 24 hours comparing, criticizing, and complaining. But I believe you're not one of them. You're different. You recognize that life is short and that makes it valuable. That awareness doesn't make you fearful, it makes you focused. You don't waste time on drama, negativity, or self-pity because you understand how rare this day truly is. So when you open your eyes each morning, don't take it lightly. lately? You've been trusted with a fresh 24 hours, a divine opportunity to make today count. The sun rose for you. The breath in your lungs is your permission slip to move forward. Don't waste that kind of grace. Honor it. Cherish it. Because you only get one set of 24 hours at a time, and what you do with them determines what kind of life you live. We all do it. We wait. We wait for the perfect conditions, the right people, the right opportunity, the right mood. We tell ourselves, I'll start when I feel more confident, when I'm less tired, when things settle down. But if you wait for the stars to align before you take the first step, you'll spend your whole life standing still. The truth is, there is no perfect moment. The only time you truly have is now. Some people are waiting for the fear to leave before they move forward. But the fear doesn't always go away. Sometimes you just have to move in spite of it. Waiting for the fear to disappear is like waiting for the ocean to stop having waves. It might calm down for a moment, but it's never completely still, and neither is life. But here's the good news. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be willing. There's something powerful that happens when you decide to stop waiting and start living. Doors begin to open. Energy starts to flow. Clarity begins to come. Not because you had everything figured out, but because you stepped out in faith. Some of the most beautiful things in life won't happen until you decide that now is good enough. You don't need all the answers to take the first step. You just need a little courage. You may be saying, but I'm not ready. Can I tell you a secret? Nobody ever feels completely ready. Readiness is not a feeling, it's a decision to show up, a decision to begin. A decision to trust that what you have is enough for where you are. The people who succeed in life aren't the ones who had all the answers. They're the ones who started when it didn't make sense. Some people keep waiting for a sign. But what if the sign is the desire burning inside you? What if the dream in your heart, the idea you can't shake, the passion that keeps pulling at you, what if that is the sign? You've been given that fire for a reason. Don't bury it under fear or perfectionism. Fan it into flame by acting today. Remember this, hesitation is the enemy of destiny. Every time you delay, doubt grows stronger. But when you take action, even a small step, something shifts, momentum builds. Confidence rises, faith gets stronger. You begin to prove to yourself that you're more ready than you thought, and you are. You're more capable, more equipped, and more prepared than your fear wants you to believe. Stop waiting for people to validate your dream. Stop waiting for the calendar to clear. Stop waiting for the right moment, because the right moment is already here. It's wrapped in the ordinary. It's disguised in discomfort. It looks a lot like today. And if you don't use it, it slips away like sand through your fingers. So stop waiting. Start walking. There will never be a better moment than right now. You're breathing. You're alive. You're blessed with another chance. That's enough. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. The clock is ticking and your purpose is calling. So rise up and respond. Because now is not just a good time. Now is the only time you're guaranteed. Every new day is a fresh opportunity. Not to become someone else, but to become the best version of yourself. You weren't created to stay stuck in yesterday's mistakes or tomorrow's worries. You were designed to grow, to rise, and to reflect more of your God-given potential with every passing moment. Today is not just another day on the calendar. It's a divine invitation to step closer to who you were always meant to be. Becoming the best version of yourself doesn't require a big audience or a grand achievement. It starts in the quiet decisions, choosing gratitude over grumbling, choosing focus over distraction, choosing kindness over criticism. These choices may feel small, but they build something powerful. Who you are becoming is shaped more by your daily habits than your once-in-a-lifetime moments. Some people spend their energy trying to impress others, trying to fit into a mold that was never made for them. But your best self isn't found in imitation. It's found in authenticity. It's found when you stop chasing what the world says you should be and start walking in what God already placed inside you. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be genuine. That's where real growth begins. This day, this very moment is your training ground. Every challenge you face is developing you. Every test you pass is strengthening your spirit. Every act of love, every word of truth, every moment of discipline. It's not wasted. It's all part of the process of becoming the best version of you. So don't rush it. Don't resent it. Embrace the process with faith, knowing it's working for your good. When you look at others, it's easy to feel like you're behind. But comparison is a thief. It robs you of the joy of becoming. The truth is you're not racing against anyone else. Your journey is your own. Becoming your best self isn't about beating someone. It's about growing into someone wiser, kinder, stronger, someone more aligned with purpose and peace. Every morning you get a chance to reset. You may have stumbled yesterday, but today you can stand taller. You may have spoken in anger last night, but this morning you can choose gentleness. That's the beauty of today. It gives you the chance to do better, to be better, to love better. So don't take it lightly. Use it intentionally. You don't need a new year to make a new you. You just need a new mindset for today. You can pray, reflect, read, listen, grow. You can start small, 5 minutes of focus, one honest conversation, one courageous step. Don't underestimate how powerful that can be. Over time, consistent small actions shape powerful personal change. That's how greatness is built. Not overnight, but over this day, repeated faithfully. So ask yourself, what version of me am I feeding today? The discouraged one or the determined one? The fearful one or the faithful one or the faithful one? The reactive one or the reflective one? Because every decision, every reaction, every moment, it's either building you up or breaking you down. Choose today to become your best self, not tomorrow. Not to someday, start today, because today is all you really have. Too many people wake up each morning with yesterday still weighing on their shoulders. They carry the pain of what they said, the shame of what they did, or the burden of what didn't happen. But here's what I want to remind you today. Yesterday is over. It's behind you, and no amount of guilt can rewrite it. What's done is done. But what's ahead, that's still full of possibility, full of grace, full of hope. Your mistakes don't define you. Your regrets don't disqualify you. What happened yesterday may have disappointed you, but it doesn't have the power to destroy you unless you let it. You see, the only way yesterday can control today is if you give it permission. And I believe it's time to say no more, dear more reliving the pain. No more replaying the failures. No more carrying the weight of what can't be changed. When you hold on to regret, it drains your energy, it clouds your thinking, it steals your joy. But when you let go, you free your hands and your heart to receive what's next. You can't hold on to the past and reach for the future at the same time. At some point, you have to release what was so you can embrace what is. God didn't give you a new morning so you could mourn the old one. He gave you today so you could begin again. Some of you have been too hard on yourself. You've punished yourself long enough. Yes, you made a mistake. Yes, you fell short, but you don't have to keep replaying it in your mind. You've already learned from it. Now it's time to move on from it. Guilt will never lead you into your destiny. Only grace will, and grace is available right now. Not because you earned it, but because you're still breathing. There's something powerful about forgiveness, not just forgiving others, but forgiving yourself. Some of you need to stop speaking to yourself like an enemy. Stop calling yourself names in your mind. Stop thinking you're unworthy of happiness. What you did is not who you are. You're a child of purpose. You're covered in mercy. You're stronger than your worst day. Don't let one chapter become your whole story. Every person who ever succeeded also failed. Every person who ever grew also fell. But they got up. They chose to rise. They didn't let the regret of yesterday paralyze the power of today. You can do the same. Maybe today your greatest act of courage is simply choosing to forgive yourself and try again. Letting go doesn't mean pretending it didn't hurt. It means you're strong enough to move forward despite the hurt. It means you trust that your future still has value, even if your past was messy. Every scar tells a story, but it doesn't tell the ending. The author of your life hasn't finished writing yet. So don't close the book because of one dark page. This day, this sunrise, it's a sign that life isn't over for you. You still have time. You still have breath. You still have purpose. Let go of what's behind you and walk boldly into what's in front of you. Yesterday may have knocked you down, but today gives you the chance to stand up again. And sometimes just standing back up is the first miracle. Each day you wake up is a gentle whisper from heaven saying, you get to begin again. The rising sun is more than just the start of a new calendar day. It's a symbol of grace. A reminder that no matter what happened yesterday, you're being given another shot at life. And not just to survive, but to thrive. With every new sunrise comes a fresh portion of mercy and a fresh wave of opportunity. You may feel like you've made too many mistakes, like you've missed too many chances, but today resets the scoreboard. Divine mercy doesn't keep score the way we do. You don't have to earn it, deserve it, or beg for it. It's already been released over your life this morning. Right now, mercy is clearing paths you thought were blocked. Mercy is lifting burdens you thought you'd carry forever. The beauty of mercy is that it wipes the slate clean. It doesn't matter how many times you fell, how many wrong turns you took, or how long you stayed stuck. When you woke up today, you were handed a clean canvas. You get to choose what you'll paint on it. You get to decide how you'll respond, how you'll grow, how you'll show up. Don't let yesterday's pain pollute today's potential, and don't overlook the quiet opportunities around you. They may not come wrapped in flashing lights or loud applause. Sometimes they look like a moment to speak kindness, a chance to start learning something new, an idea that stirs in your spirit. Today, opportunity is knocking in subtle ways. Don't ignore it just because it's not dramatic. Some of life's greatest shifts come through the smallest decisions. Maybe today's opportunity is the courage to finally speak up. Maybe it's the chance to forgive. Maybe it's starting the thing you've been putting off for far too long. Whatever it is, recognize it, honor it, walk through it with faith. This day was created with purpose, and there are divine appointments waiting for you if you open your eyes and your heart to see it. Too often, we think big change has to start on a big day, like a new year, a birthday, or some symbolic milestone. But most transformations begin on a regular morning like this one. In the middle of your ordinary routine, mercy meets you with extraordinary grace. You just have to say, yes, I'll take this day seriously. Yes, I'll look for the good. Yes, I'll believe again. This is not just another day to get through. It's a gift to unwrap. Mercy has already gone ahead of you to open the doors, align the right people, soften the hard hearts, and prepare the way, but you still have to step into it. Faith activates opportunity. Gratitude multiplies it. Today can be the day that starts a new season in your life, if you believe it can be. So take a deep breath and realize you're not behind. You're not forgotten. You haven't missed it. Mercy met you this morning, and opportunity is standing right in front of you. You don't have to do everything. Just do something. One act of faith, one step toward purpose, one moment of boldness. Because this day was tailor-made for your comeback. We often think that impact only comes from big moves, launching a company, writing a book, making a bold decision that turns heads. But friend, don't overlook the power of the small step. Don't underestimate what you can do in just one day. Great lives are not built in a moment. They're shaped moment by moment. And it starts with the simple, faithful, unseen steps you take today. The enemy of progress isn't failure, it's delay. It's that voice that says it's too small to matter, or I'll do it tomorrow. But the truth is, one encouraging word today could lift someone out of a dark place. One page read today could change how you think. One healthy decision, one phone call, one prayer, one act of discipline. These don't seem like much, but they are seeds. And when planted daily, they grow into something powerful. Think about it. Rivers carve through mountains, not because of force, but because of consistency. The same is true in life. You don't need to do it all at once. You just need to do something today. Show up, try again, be intentional. That one act of obedience, one choice to rise, can create momentum that shifts your entire week, even your life. Sometimes we don't move because we think our effort is too small to count. But God doesn't ask you to be impressive. He asks you to be faithful. He works with whatever you bring, even if it's a little. He multiplied 5 loaves and 2 fish. He used the shepherd boy's stone. He turned mustard seed faith into mountains moved. So never say it's too little. The hands of purpose, it becomes more than enough. One of the enemy's greatest lies is, oh, we're not doing enough, so why bother doing anything at all? But you silence that lie every time you show up and do what you can. Don't despise the small beginnings, the small workout, the small savings, the small prayer, the small start. Because every great story began with a small step. What you repeat daily is more powerful than what you do occasionally. You might not feel the change today. You might not see the results this week, but something is shifting. Seeds are taking root. Strength is being built. Your future is being shaped. Quietly, faithfully, by what you're doing today. Every step is a statement that says, I believe in my purpose. I believe change is possible. I believe something better is ahead. Small steps train your mind, condition your heart, and strengthen your spirit. They build trust in yourself, in the process, and in the God who's guiding you. Some of your greatest breakthroughs won't come in grand moments. They'll come in the quiet hours where no one's watching, but you keep going, you keep showing up, you keep believing. So don't waste today waiting on something massive. Make a move, even if it's small. Read the first chapter, drink the water, forgive the person, turn off the distraction, write the goal. Pray the prayer, send the message. These are not minor, they are movement. And movement is what opens the door to miracles. Time alone is neutral. What gives your time power is how you fill it. Some people fill their day with worry, fear, and frustration, and they end up feeling drained. But when you fill your time with faith and gratitude, everything changes. Faith gives your minutes meaning. Gratitude gives your hours joy. These aren't just emotions. They're forces that multiply your impact. Faith doesn't mean you see the full picture. It means you believe something good is happening behind the scenes. When you move through your day with faith, you're not just doing tasks. You're sowing seeds. You're trusting that the effort you're making, even when it feels small, is producing a future you can't yet see. And that trust brings power to everything you do. Because now your work is partnered with purpose. Gratitude transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary blessings. When you're grateful, time slows down. You stop rushing, complaining, and comparing. You begin to notice beauty in the little things. A smile, a sunrise, a kind word. And suddenly, your 24 hours feel fuller, richer, deeper. You're not just getting through the day, you're experiencing the day with joy and awareness. Sometimes it's not the hours we lack, it's the attitude we carry. A negative heart will always feel like there's not enough time. But a grateful heart multiplies time by making the most of every moment. It focuses on what's working, what's good, what's improving. And that energy attracts more clarity, more creativity, and even more opportunities. That's the multiplying power of gratitude. And when faith and gratitude work together, they shift the entire atmosphere of your life. You begin to see setbacks as setups. You start trusting that delays aren't denials, they're divine detours. You move from frustration to expectation, from complaints to declarations, and your time becomes sacred. Not just a schedule, a canvas where miracles can unfold. Think about the people who walk into a room and just radiate peace and purpose. It's not because they have more time. It's because they've trained their heart to live with faith and gratitude. That energy blesses everything they touch, their work, their conversations, even their thoughts. And the good news is you can become one of those people. It starts by choosing how you fill your time. So if you feel overwhelmed, start by shifting your spirit. Instead of saying, I don't have enough time, say, oh, thank you for the time I have. Instead of rushing, pause and breathe. Start your day, not in panic, but in prayer. Speak faith into your future and gratitude over your present. And watch how your day opens up, how favor flows, how your time begins to multiply in meaning and results. Remember, you can't always control your schedule, but you can always control your spirit. Fill your time with faith that lifts you. Fill your time with gratitude that grounds you. Because when you do that, your hours won't just be counted. They'll be blessed. And that blessing makes every minute matter more.